Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. What's going on, y'all? Is this thing on? Testing, testing, testing. It's your boy Cub, the commissioner, live and direct. Appreciate y'all boys for coming out. It is high school season 2 National Signing Day. These guys are going to be the future. They're going to be going into CS2. Shoot, once we get CS1 really going, we can dive into CS2. But this is the official signing day. And man, you already know it's a lot of dogs, a lot of killers in this class. Shout out to all the coaches in the building. If you're here with as a team or as a coach, go ahead and drop a comment for the school that you are representing tonight in the signing day. Now, we're not having all seniors sign today. These are the main guys, the top, I say about top 30, mostly all 5 and 4 stars and a few 3 stars in there that committed to user team and a couple other squads. So we will have another signing day where we'll get the rest of the seniors signed up. You know, guys going in on the back end, the coaches and filling out their rosters with scholarships. You know, once guys have committed to other schools and their scholarships free up. So then we'll get the rest of the 3 stars, 2 stars signed up on another day. But this is the main day, so you guys tap in. And yeah, we're gonna get this thing started off shortly here. We're gonna start with our transfers that we had, our users and our generics, just to keep you guys updated. Of course, with the freshmen as well, and then we're gonna move on to signing day. Yeah, check out this chat real quick. See who in here. I like to do my roll call. What's going on with y'all? Who in the building, man? Raw. What's going on? The freshman sensation on his way into the league. Got the hype train going on. Appreciate y'all boys, man. Y'all make sure y'all sub, y'all cheer, y'all give, all that good stuff, because all of it is part of getting better and progressing in the league. But most importantly, get your channel points just by viewing. Build your streaks. What's going on, Amani King, Anthony in the building, Tristan White, Coach Ted, what's good, Aries Hall, Tyler in the building. UNC, okay, North Carolina, stand up. All right, what y'all the only, okay, North Carolina and Florida is in the building. I see Coach Ted. We got 18 heads, man. Where the coaches at? Let me see some teams. Drop your team. Let's get that hashtag TBA. You know we can't start a stream without that. He said, where Duke at? Where Duke at? That's the question. But yeah, we're gonna run down this line because we're gonna have some time for guys to join anyway. What's going on, Prof? As we're doing the other things here. So just a nice recap. Of course, we're gonna go down really quick. Zal leaving Texas Prep, going over to Dream. Remember Tommy Zal going into his junior season, 5'9", 175. Not sure if he hit the growth spurt. Hype train, you already know, man. What up, Prof? I see you with the 55. Let's get the month started off, man. Let's get it started right. I see that hype train going, man. Yeah, so Tommy Zal. All right, cool. So Tommy Zal went ahead and hit over the Dream. 75 overall rating. He's a 3-star recruit. 7th in the state of Jersey last season. 32 overall. 9th in his position. So shout out to Zal. Then we had, of course, Jamari Knox, freshman from Pack Hills. 6'7", 200 pounds. I know he hit the growth spurt. Head into his sophomore year. He's going to be headed to Cal Springs Prep. 5-star recruit, number 1 in the state last year, 6th overall in the nation, 4th at the small forward position. UConn in the building. Duke is here. Okay, colleges stepping in. What up, Fletcher Troy? We're just going over some recapping here, guys. Amani Hill headed to Pico, headed to do his thing, ready to take over and start in that position and play with some of the homies. Last season, he was 3-star, 4th in the state of Cali, 27th nationally ranked, 7th in the position, point guard position. Then we had Tobio Romero. He's going to be headed to Pico School as well, leaving Rock Point Christian Academy. Did 2 seasons there before leaving for his junior season. Number 4th in the state of Cali, 4-star recruit, 16th nationally, 3 in his position, power forward. Then, of course, we got King Marbury headed to the national champ, defending national champs, Stonecrest Charter School. King Marbury leaving Atlanta Prep, headed into his sophomore season, shooting guard. He was a 4-star recruit, 5th in the state of Georgia, 7th nationally ranked, and the #1 shooting guard in that freshman class. Dre Willis leaving Rivertown Prep, junior season, headed to Stonecrest Charter School as well to play for the defending national champs. Looking to win some games, been having a rough 2 seasons at Rivertown, not a lot of wins coming across those, so he didn't come across a lot of wins. Had a solid high school season 1, actually. Season 2 was definitely rough. But he's headed to play with some winners over there. 4-star recruit, flirting with a 5-star. He was 3rd in the state of Texas, 11th nationally ranked, and 5th in small forward position. Then we have Big Juan O'Neal making a splash, closing out Stonecrest crazy offseason here, bringing in big-time talent, 5-star Juan O'Neal, big man, 7-footer, headed from Lakeville, from Florida, 5-star recruit, #1 in the state of Florida last season in that class, 4th nationally ranked, 3rd in his position at the center position. Look out for Stonecrest to make another amazing run. He's still got profit margins over there going into his sophomore season, and of course Davion Williamson as well. So Stonecrest, the Gladiators are going to be tough. Then you got Kimani Dillingham headed to Pack Hills, leaving West Carolina Prep. So he's leaving North Carolina, headed to Cali. So that should be fun to see, taking over that point guard position. He is a 4-star recruit, 6th in the state of Carolina last year, 19th nationally ranked, 4th in the point guard position. What's going on with you, Johnny Holiday, in the building? What's going on, bro? Shout out to y'all in the building. 25 strong. National Signing Day. We going over the recap for transfers here into high school season 3 as we move it along to KJ Anderson headed into his junior season. Small forward, 5-star recruit, #1 in the state of Carolina, 5th nationally ranked, and #2 in the small forward position. Speaking of small forward, the #1 small forward in the freshman class, Deontay Jackson, going to be joining Pack Hills as well. 5-star recruit, 3rd in the state of Georgia, 3rd nationally, 1st in the position. So Pack Hills definitely going to be tough. Got some tweeners, got some guys that can play multiple positions. It's going to be interesting to see how they do things. Speaking of Pack Hills, they reeled in 3 and they lost their front court, as you know. Yves Baudelaire, Mr. YB himself, leaving Pack, headed to Glory Day Prep, North Carolina, getting some Cali love, getting some guys over there that can do some damage. And Yves looking to have a big sophomore season. Gonna be playing at power forward, interchanging with King Anthony over there. So they just gonna have a beast front court. 4-star recruit, 2nd in the state of Cali, 9th nationally ranked, 1st in his position at power forward. So look out for Yves and Tradion to take their front court duo to Glory Day. The #1 recruit here in the nation in the sophomore class headed into the junior season is, of course, Tradion Dombroskis, #1 all across the board, 5-star. He's taking his talents to North Carolina to play for Glory Day Prep. So Glory Day bringing in some guys from Cali. That's going to be interesting, man. Then, of course, moving on to our generic transfers, just a 2-star Colin Roberson, but he's looking to make some noise coming from Cal Springs. Got the young Rashid Abdul-Wahad coming in as a freshman. And then, of course, they've got Jaden Carter going into his senior year. So Colin figured he needs playing time. He's going to head to Bear Valley Academy and try to get some looks over there and, kind of up his rank a little bit in his senior season. Here he is. Okay, so he's going to be in his senior season. He's a 2-star. He was 8th in his state, though. And he was 48th nationally ranked, 13th in the position. And then moving along with the generics, Tyson Swift, another point guard, is going to be leaving Dream, headed to Rivertown Prep. Tyson Swift, pretty nice, 3-star recruit, 3rd in the state last season in New Jersey, 21st nationally ranked, and he was 4th in his position. Then, course, you got Kendrick Posey leaving Empire State, going to Lakeville Prep. Big man coming in. Of course, Quan O'Neal left, so they're looking for Kendrick Posey to come in and have a big time senior year. 7th in the state of New York last year, 46th national ranked, 8th in the position. He'll be joined by Pico's finest, Oscar Wyatt. Did 2 seasons at Pico, backed up Ace Howard, and he backed up Ethan Taylor last year. He's ready to be a starting point guard. He's gonna be headed to Florida. 4-star recruit, 2nd in state of Cali last season in his class, of course. 15th nationally ranked and 4th in the position. So Oscar Wyatt and Kendrick Posey looking to form a duo there at Lakeville. Then, of course, the big splash here. Got 3 of them. We got Nazir Hope leaving the defending champs. He did win a title last season and a Georgia State title with the Gladiators. He has decided to go to West Carolina, take on the starting center position over there to play alongside Crashton Priest. Then, of course, Aries Hall at the point guard or at the shooting guard position. This was major here. Big time decision was mainly on the behalf of Quan O'Neal coming over. Big time 5-star recruit. Nazir just going into his junior season as well. So same class as Quan O'Neal and those guys. So he just felt like he wanted to continue his shine as a starting center and move along to West Carolina. So he's headed over to West Carolina Prep. And of course, we had those 2 big time moves, Pack Hills. They got those guys to fill in those positions. So Deshaun Parker and DJ Campbell, both from New York. They I gotta drop the profiles for generics too, so you guys can know. These 2 dudes are gonna be headed to Mountain View Christian Academy, so we're gonna see if they can turn things around over there. Point guard Deshaun Parker, 5-star recruit. This dude's a monster. Of course, you guys know him. Number 2 in the state of Cali last year, 5th nationally ranked as a junior, and he was the number 2 point guard in the junior class. He's gonna be heading to his senior season along with DJ Campbell. Of course, we all know him well, graded up to pro. DJ Campbell headed to Mountain View. He is going to be looking to be the savior over there, you know, trying to bring Mountain View up. Had a rough 2 seasons in the PBA, but this could be a nice turnaround season for them. Number 1 in the state of Cali last year, 3rd nationally ranked, 2nd in the small forward position. Dylan Francis ended up passing him later in the season, so he held on to that 1 spot for a while. He definitely did. But shout out to all the transfers headed into season 3. I can't wait to see how they impact the game. Y'all let me know in the comments who y'all think is going to be the most impactful of all the transfers of the generics and then of the users. Let me know between both which ones are which. Now moving along to our new folks, man. Shout out to our freshman class coming into high school season 3. Let's give it up to the youngsters, man. The new members of the league. Appreciate y'all boys for joining up. Can't wait to see y'all get y'all journey started. And of course, we're going to start off with our guy, Rashid. Yeah, I know, Quan. That would have been crazy because they were going to go. I already had them transferring there regardless. So you with them too? That'd have been wild. But we're going to start things off with Rashid Abdul Wahad, young freshman point guard, athletic point guard coming out of Miami, Florida. They're saying early on he could be the early pick for number 1 freshman in the country, just like Prophet Margins was last year. He held on to that spot, but we'll see if Prophet can, if Rashid can duplicate what Prophet was able to do last season. And let's see if ultimately he can continue this streak that Cal Springs has produced last season. Had an amazing year. The first season they had an up and down year. Darren Cole was a star, but ultimately they didn't have too good of a season. This season bounced back with some strong talent. Abel Bradford, Noah Meyer had an amazing second year there, and then of course they had other guys as well like Jaden Carter and Russell Ferguson and stuff like that. So with Rashid Abdul Wahad coming into the picture, it's going to be interesting to see how this young freshman point guard, he got to wait his spot a little bit. Jaden Carter, he's like that, but ultimately he'll get that spot, and coach will give him a chance to shine. We got to see how they decide to use him. And then keeping things in Cali, we got Rajante Goins, bucket getter from Houston, Texas, decided to come on out to Cali, bring his talents to play out here, and this is going to be tough. Pico School, we all know, big time run. These guys could have possibly won a national championship. They won their conference, lost the state. Pack Hills got the state, but they did win the conference. And they almost got a shot at the Natty. Fell short, but they bring in a tough young footer and Rajante going. So we're going to see what Big Raj can do coming into his freshman year, filling in the gaps. You know, they losing Jonathan Weaver, they losing Lonnie Hawkins. You know, so it's going to be some guys. They are losing Kelly Fox as well. They losing 3 front court bigs from Pico School that they want to, you know, reload up on. So. Yeah, Johnny. Exactly. You already know what's going on. Then moving to New York, man, we got the young point guard, Zach Benjamin. You know, Empire State coach Luciano Sal, he brings them in by the threes at least. You know, this guy's going to always bring in a tough freshman class. They had Xavier Bridges last year at the point guard. He didn't pan out, end up not making it, end up not even being on the team anymore. But this kid, Zach Benjamin, is here. Point guard, crafty, shot creator from Camden, New Jersey. So keeping it up there in the East Coast. You know, he's ready to go for the Generals. You know, let's see what this freshman can do. They still got a point guard over there. That's probably going to start to get the season going. You know, we got to see what coach decides to do. They got an amazing coaching staff over there that put their, you know, thoughts together and make things happen. But right now, Nick Fremont going into his senior year, 3-star recruit. He's got that spot. And we're going to see what the young fella can do and how he can impact the game. Keeping things with Empire State, we got 2 legit Storm Machines, small forward from Burlington, New Jersey. So New Jersey boys is in the building, and they're headed to Empire State. Just a lengthy small forward here. I love his build. This kid's gonna be tough. We've seen a little bit of him, well, actually, I have in the workouts, and this kid's tough. We've seen his build though, in his attributes. He has a nice, well-rounded build. So Nick James, Tula, they're gonna be in there trying to fight for that small forward spot. A lot of depth here for Empire State. They got a lot of the same positions. Got to figure some things out, but you know, that's a good problem to have at the end of the day. It's a lot of talent, a lot of user talent. This probably gonna be our first full user team. Shout out to the chat though, 30 strong. We doing it. Hashtag PBA when you do get that chance. But moving along, we got Reef Abdul again. Empire. They're gonna bring him in by at least the 3. Last season it was Zeus, Cameron, Xavier. You know what I'm saying? It was all of them. Ace Bishop. It was about 4 guys strong. This year's 3. So they got 7 they loaded up on. They already had 2 with Nick and Ryan. So they almost got a full user team. It's crazy out here. But shout out to Empire. Reef Abdul, athletic 2-way center from Willingsburg. How you say that? Willingboro, New Jersey. So these are the New Jersey boys. This is a LeBron story. They all came up together. These are the 3 best friends, all from Jersey, and they going to Empire State. I love it. I love this right here. Okay, all right, okay. Empire State bringing the young bulls. I like what I see. Young footer right here too. Reef Abdul, athletic 2-way. Empire State, they building. I'm loving what I'm seeing. We're gonna see how they manage their lineups, how Coach Sal, does the rotations, how he decides who he wants to put the ball in his hand in the clutch moments. This is gonna be real coaching at its finest display because there's gonna be a lot of users here to go around, and they might have at least 1 generic, I think, this season, and then next season, if they bring somebody in, they'll just have a full user 10. You know, we do 10 people on the rosters in high school. This is fun. I can't wait to see what they have for us in store. Moving on to Swamp Creek, going to Florida. My boy Carlos Thompson is back. Elite defender from Virginia Beach, VA. So he's in the building, ready to go. They still got Khalil Hyde Jr. coming back. They got Noah Roberts coming back. The rest of the gang didn't come back, unfortunately, but they still got 2 guys left, 2 of the main guys. And they bringing in a young 6'11" freshman center here, elite defender looking to block shots and grab rebounds. So shout out to CT. I cannot wait to see what this rebrand looks like for him over at Swamp in his freshman season. You know, they lost Neon, but they got Carlos. They still got Dion. So we're going to see how things work out for the Pythons. They've been up and down both seasons. BJ Maverick going to be stepping into that full-time PG role. Going to see what he can do with that. You know, he's already the top player in the nation. So he's always been since that high school season 1. He just had to take a backseat to Butch last season, and now he's back with the ball in his hand. So we're going to see how he decides to control the pace, the things, and how the Pythons look this season. What's going on with you, Zach? Shout out to Zach. I just covered your team, actually, by the way. You were first on that list. So big ups to you, man. Yeah. Since you're here, we got to go. You know, we slide back. I'm going to try to work on those dreads, bro, but this right now is the longest we're going to get. Now, you know, freshman season, hey, let them grow naturally. By the time you hit junior year, you probably have them down your back. So, yeah, we're going to work on that. But But right now, the crafty shot creator from Camden, New Jersey. I'm telling you, those Jersey boys building a little storyline over there. Moving back to Cali, we got Monty Parson at third. Offensive threat. Speaking of that, Ohio, Akron to be exact. So this kid been watching some LeBron James coming up. You already know what's going on, Adrian. 83, I see you. But this kid definitely been watching LeBron. He's definitely influenced by him. There's only one guy out there. I love this picture. I caught him at the right moment, right pose. But this kid's gonna be tough. Again, Cal Springs Prep bringing in 2 freshmen, trying to get things going. Active freshmen, dope edits on their pages. Check out everybody's Instagram page. Y'all make sure y'all liking posts, comment on posts. We got to make sure that we got our posts looking dope. You know, so when people are coming to look, spectators and all that, and people that want to join, they like, oh, this is lit. This league, I want to be a part of this. I want to make a page too and be involved. So big ups to MP3, the freshman. You know, that's a dope nickname. With the freshman in the building, man. Cal Springs bringing in 2 young gunners. Let's see what he can do. Offensive threat too, so he's a bucket. We're gonna see how true that is. Moving on down to Texas, we got Davison Mills, the combo shooting guard from Richmond, VA. So hey, shout out to VA. They in the building. Who was that was from VA? Carlos Thompson. So Carlos Thompson, Davison Mills from Virginia. But Davison headed over to Rivertown Prep to fill in that shooting guard position. Remember, they lost quite some talent over the years. They lost what was my boy Samaj Sims. They just lost Dre Willis in the portal. And they also lost Isaiah Santana, who transferred to Fabian Prep, and he ultimately opted out of the series. And now we all know him as they going. That's a little bit back to that. Davison Mill, he's looking to take over here at Rivertown. He still got Jalen Blunt over there too, so we're gonna see what he can do. Moving along down to my boy Deuce Cross from North Lake Academy. I'm very excited to see this kid play. I love when the point guards come. We got a lot of bigs in forward, so I can't wait to see what the point guards bring this season. See if we can get some breakout point guards and make some noise. Deuce Cross from Philly, elite scorer. Let's see if he can get straight to it. The lefty, he looks tough. I love this build. North Lake coming off a tough season. They was dope. They had Jesse Morrison. They had Jackson Randolph. Some guys you're going to be seeing tonight on signing day. You're going to see just how prevalent and how great some of these teams are that these guys are going through from the signings tonight. So you'll see the talent that these guys are also losing and the holes that they have to fill now that these guys are going off to college. So a guy like Leandro Hart, leaving at that point guard position, giving a chance for Deuce Cross to come in. And of course, they already got Zach Curry over there as well. So they're going to be duking it out to see if he can get that spot. Zach going to his junior season. Deuce coming into his first year. So PA in the building. Let's see if he can fill in those shoes with Leandro. Leandro Hart, very tough, very tough. You already know, a bucket. You already know. All right, guys, we are ready to go. I appreciate y'all for being here. That was like a little pregame hype show, right? Just bringing in the freshmen officially on the stream and going over the transfers one more time. We 30 strong. It's time for National Signing Day. We're going to start low and we're going to work our way up to the top people in the class. Kind of in a row here, but like I said, some guys were not signed yet. So you're going to see like it might go 30, then go to 27 because I haven't signed a 28 and 29 yet or whatever it is. So bear with me. I got in my bag for these, y'all. I was crunching time. The time was looking crazy, but I got them all done. We ready to go. So signing day is here. Shout out to the chat. Let's get that hashtag PBA. I need that right now, y'all. And please, if you're here and you're a coach, please type in your school name right now so I know who I'm talking to. I know what coaches are in here, and I know what we doing. Shout out to all the freshmen in the building, the sophomores, the juniors. We in here. This is y'all future right here. Y'all pay attention to these colleges. Pay attention to who's getting signed, what these coaches are doing, the type of players they're looking for. We got Duke in the building. We got UNC. That is the rivalry that we all love. That's the biggest rivalry in college basketball. Speaking of biggest rivalry, so if that's the biggest rivalry in college basketball, I think we could all agree. What's the biggest rivalry in college football? Y'all go ahead and tell me in the comments real quick. What's the biggest rivalry? If Duke and North Carolina is the biggest rivalry in college basketball, what's the biggest rivalry in college football? Gators #1 school in college. Okay, Gators. Ra said Ohio State and Michigan. Okay. So Ohio State and Michigan is equivalent to Duke versus North Carolina. Would you say that? Texas, Oklahoma. Okay, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. Texas, Oklahoma. I know that Ohio State, Michigan is tough. I already know what that's about for sure. Texas, Oklahoma. I'm familiar with that too, but I'm more familiar with Ohio State, Michigan being a battle. But yes, that's where we at with it. We got Duke and North Carolina in here. We got Florida in here. We got some squads in here. I know USC's been in touch. It's a lot of guys that's showing love, that's been in attendance. Oh, we got Miami in the building too. That's right. We got a new coach, Miami in the building. So yeah, getting our coaches up. We got a lot more coaches too that's not here right now just yet, but we'll get them in here. But shout out to our coaches. I want to go over that really quick as well. We got Todd Wellington at Iowa State. We have Reggie McCall for LSU, Dave Eulis for Kentucky, Maximus Shaw for Kansas, Darrell Brown for Virginia, Marcus Granger for Villanova, Devontae Rockefeller for UConn, Darren Santana for UNC, Steve Johnson for Glory Day Prep, Teddy Johnson for Florida, Sal Luciano for Empire State, Derwin Willis for Duke, Brian Yale and Ty Burke for Arizona State, and those are all of our user coaches. So shout out to our user coaches, man. We got some guys in here. We're gonna keep building on that. And of course, like I said, we got Miami as our new coach. I gotta remember your name. I gotta write it down. I know it's Bush, or not Bush. That's not Bush. Rush. Something like that, right? Rush. I don't know. You gotta remind me, bro. Remind me in the comments. It's one of those. What's the full name? It's B Rush. Yeah, Bobby Rush. Yes, shout out to Coach Bobby Rush. All right, but let's get this. So again, we started low, going high, and the first guy we're gonna start off with is Marcel Kennedy. Marcel Kennedy from Rivertown Prep. Y'all let me know what y'all know about Marcel. Now he had a rough year or two because he had to play behind Deuce, or I said Deuce Dre, but he definitely he's still up there as a prospect. Y'all gotta see that. This Okay, cool. So we starting with Marcel Kennedy. He said, Dre, we know about Marcel. What's up, D-Lo? What's up, Coach Kai? Coach Kai Burke in the building repping ASU. Okay. But Marcel Kennedy from Rivertown Prep, number 36. Number 3, small forward in Texas. He said, what's going on with Marcel? About to commit, bro. Marcel Kennedy has officially committed to Virginia. He's going to be headed to play with Coach Darrell Brown and the Cavaliers, the 3-star small forward Marcel Kennedy, number 36 overall player in the nation. It's a senior class, guys, so we talking overall nation. Number 10 player in the state of Texas, and the number 10 small forward in the country. Rivertown Prep. Marcel Kennedy has finally made it to the college series, y'all. He did 2 years of high school series in the PBA, and he is headed to the University of Virginia to play with Coach Darrell Brown. So shout out to Darrell Brown. Getting him one right here. Marcel Kennedy. I'm gonna have the recruiting tracker up as well later, y'all, so y'all can watch or look at the whole thing and the rankings and all that good stuff. I'll have that up. But yeah, Marcel Kennedy is gonna be headed to Virginia. It's crazy too, because these are guys we've been watching for a couple seasons, so it's like I know in the back of your mind, it's just like you always, where are they going? Where are they gonna play college? What's next for them? That's always what I was thinking for a lot of these guys. I'm hyped for most of these dudes because think about it, the more and more we spend time with people, even like next year, people that we've been watching since they sophomore year, now they generics, they seniors, it's just like DJ Campbell, guys like that. It's gonna be dope. Keon Rose and stuff like that. So just all the time they put in high school and it's like they finally at college. That's how I feel about it. I got a little more connection to this class. And even last year's class was dope, but this class even more so. All right, moving along. Donovan Wood from Lakeville Prep, 3-star recruit, going to be headed to Kansas Jayhawks. Number 31 overall in the nation, number 7th in the state of Florida, and he's number 7th shooting guard in the nation. Going to be headed to the Jayhawks to play for Coach Maximus Shaw. Big ups to Coach Maximus Shaw. Maybe in the game tracker, we can put, what do we have? Maybe like in general, we can tag teams and who they sign. They just know. Maybe we can get a mod on that. Coach Max. Maybe tag the team and the coach. Alright, bet. Yeah, do that for me, bro. If you can. You can do it in general. Wake some guys up. Get them in here. Just like a little tracker, a little recruiting tracker. Actually, I'm gonna make a new thread. It's gonna be called Signing Day. But don't even worry about general. Put it in this one. I just made it. It's in the college section. Tags really. Yeah, you can just track each sign in there and tag the team and the coach. If they ain't got a coach, it's the team, it's fine. That way everybody can just kind of go back and look. I'm also put the spreadsheet in there later. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check that if y'all do want to. Again, Marcel Kennedy, 36 in the country, headed to Virginia. Donovan Wood, headed to Kansas. Next up, we got Kason Ward from St. Fabian Prep. He's going to land in Gonzaga. He'll be headed to the Zags to play for the Bulldogs. 30th overall in the country, number 4th in the state of Jersey, number 6th in the shooting guard position. Kason Ward, 3-star, headed to Gonzaga, a generic team in the series, looking for a coach. They are currently looking for a user coach, so if you guys are out there looking for a coaching gig, the Zags are available. They do have. I told y'all I got some legendary coaches in the series. I need to put them on this sheet so I can remember who they are. But we got some dope coaches over there. Y'all can check them out in the chat anytime. To see who's coaching who. Gonzaga's coach. Who's Gonzaga? They got okay, so Steve Nash and Coach Doug Marion. So generic assistant, but Steve Nash is gonna be his first year as a Gonzaga coach. Shout out to Coach Stevie, Coach Nash, and the Casey Ward. First season at Gonzaga. See if he could do better than Brooklyn. Next up, we got Micah Jones, 4-star. Micah Jones, the third from Stonecrest. Got him a championship. Played a significant role off that bench. Kept that team in games when they were down. Knocked down some big shots. He's going to be headed to Kansas as well. Coach Maximus landing the 4-star, his first 4-star recruit. We got Donovan Wood, 3-star. Now he's landing his first 4-star. Micah Jones, the third from Stonecrest Charter School in Georgia. Number 28 overall, third in the state of Georgia, number 6 in his position, small forward. So Kansas has landed 2 on the board this evening. Shout out to Coach Maximus Shaw. Micah Jones. And I love the new jerseys. Peep the new jerseys, y'all. Y'all can check the jersey section. Y'all remember I updated all the jerseys. So if you peep the jerseys in the beginning of the season, they're going to look completely different from the jerseys now. I just love the fix-up. The glow-up is crazy. If y'all really know how the jerseys looked before compared to now, you can appreciate the greatness. I'm loving this Kansas jersey right now. Real spiffy. Moving along to my boy Lloyd Carson. Played some big team final ball up in PA. He's a PA dude. Played his high school, his senior season at St. Fabian Prep, so he kept it East Coast. PA boy. Played high school in Jersey. He's going to be playing college, however, for Coach Daryl Brown at Virginia. So 4-star point guard Lloyd Carson, number 27 overall, number 3 in the state of Jersey, and he was the number 3 point guard in the nation his senior season. He's headed to Virginia to play for the Cavaliers. So Coach has now landed 2 recruits to Virginia, a 4-star in Lloyd Carson and a 3-star in Marcel Kennedy. So Lloyd will be headed to Virginia. Virginia now with the 3 and a 4-star. Shout out to Coach Dale Brown. Remember, I'll be ranking the recruiting classes as well. I got an official sheet ready to go. We're going to do it official this time around. Shout out to Lloyd Carson. He's going to be taking his talents, trying to take over the point guard spot for Virginia next season. Tyreek Green, Empire State, New York. This kid was tough as well. Played some team CP3 in the summer last year, West Coast. He's a West Coast kid, came from the West Coast, but he decided to play, transferred out senior year to go to Empire State. Didn't work out too well, but played a great backup role there, knocked down some triples, got to the basket a couple of times. Like, this kid's a bucket getter, and it's going to really show with more playing time. But this kid is going to be going back home, and he's going to go to Arizona, so not quite Cali. He's from Cali, but he's going to go back to the West Coast, play that fast pace, shoot up some threes. 4-star Tyreek Green, small forward, number 5 small forward in the nation, the number 1 player in the state of New York, number 26 overall. So this kid is coming highly ranked to Arizona to play for the Wildcats. So Tyreek Green, the number 1 player in the state of New York, headed to the West to play for Arizona in the PBA West Conference. So that's going to be interesting to see what Tyreek can do over there. He might get the ball in his hands early, get some shots up. I'm excited to see what he can do over there. Next up is going to be Evan Outlaw, the big man for Rock Point Christian Academy center. He is a 4-star recruit. He's going to be headed to Baylor to play for the Bears. Number 25, cracked the top 25. Number 25 overall, number 5 in the state of Florida, and he's number 8 center in the nation. From Rock Point Christian Academy in Florida, big Evan Outlaw, 4-star, headed to the Baylor Bears. More generics, getting some love here. Moving on to Shakur Brown. Shakur Brown, coming straight out of Florida, Miami boy. Swamp Creek Academy in Miami. Grew up in Miami, all Miami. Shakur Brown going to Miami. You already know it. 4-star power forward. Coach Bobby Rush landing his first 4-star recruit here. Number 24 in the nation, number 4th in the state of Florida, and number 6 power forward in the country. Gonna be staying home. He's a Miami boy. He knows it. He's been knowing it from the beginning. He's been waiting for that offer. finally a coach landed there that could offer him. He's keeping it all Miami, even the colors, right? Swamp Creek is that same color. They replicate almost Miami in its totality with just keeping that white, orange, green look going. So shout out to Miami, Landon Shakur Brown, one of the better power forwards in the nation, number 6 to be exact. One of the best players in Florida, top 5. Moving on to Cedric Hunt, small forward out of St. Fabian Prep, New Jersey. 4-star recruit. He can be staying up top, man. He can be staying over that way, and he's going to Villanova. Play for Coach Marcus Ranger of the user team, number 23 overall, number 2 in the state of Georgia, and he's the number 4 small forward in the nation. So big grab for Villanova. Remember last year they got Jeff Harrison at that shooting guard position at the wing. They brought in as well. They had who was the power forward for Cal Spring? They had a power forward for Cal Spring. He was a 4-star. Can't believe I can't remember his name. Oh, that's why I got all these spreadsheets. Might be accurate. Who was it? Trey Reed, right? Cal Spring. So yeah, they got him last year, 4-star. They brought in Jeff Harrison last year, 5 stars, number 1 player in the nation. This year they're bringing in 4-star Cedric Hunt at the small forward spot. So keeping it up, East Coast. They're always big on bringing in that East Coast talent. Again, Jeff Harrison from Dream, New Jersey. They're bringing in Hunt now from Fabian, New Jersey. And Trey was a long shot from Cali, but he came over to the East Coast. Moving on to Nelson Gribbs. Of course, we've known that name for a couple seasons now. Like I said, some of these dudes have done 2 seasons. Texas Prep's finest, Nelson Gribbs. What's going on with you, Tula? In the building, my boy Eves. It is National Signing Day, fellas. We moving down the line here. Go ahead and fall right in, man. But we're up to the 23rd overall player in the nation. And we're going down now to Nelson Gribbs. Nelson Gribbs, Texas Prep Academy. 2 strong seasons at Texas Prep, big power forward status. He's going to be going to Michigan State. He's playing for the Spartans. That thing look clean. That green look clean on him. Man, I love these New Jerseys. We killed it, boy. The college joints look crazy. Y'all going to love being in college. Just the atmosphere is different. But man, Nelson Gribbs, 4-star power forward, number 22 overall player in the nation, number 8 in the state of Texas, number 5 at his position, power forward from Texas Prep Academy. He's going to be headed to Michigan State to play for the Spartans. Let me see, that's a generic team, so let's see who's coaching Michigan State. Jerry Stackhouse. So Coach Jerry Stackhouse and Nate Tibbetts. Coach Jerry Stackhouse's first season coaching the Spartans, bringing in big fella Nelson Gribbs. Shout out to Coach Jerry Stackhouse. Again, Gonzaga with Coach Steve Nash. The other teams that we've had committed were user coaches. Get those generic coaches. I'm going to go pull up that as well. So Jerry Stackhouse, his first season with the Spartans, bringing in the big fella Nelson Gribbs. Moving on down to Tom Wayne from Texas Prep. So both Texas Prep Academy guys ranked one after another here, except this kid's going to go a different route. Tom Wayne going to be taking his talent playing for the Hurricanes down in Miami. You know, I had those new black jerseys. Yes, sir. Number 21st overall in the country, number 7 in the state of Texas, number 3 small forward in the nation. 4-star Tom Wayne headed to Miami. It's going to be 2 players now, 2 4-stars now for Coach Bobby Rush. So he is on a mission right now as he brings in 2 4-star recruits, 1 small forward in Tom Wayne and the other power forward, Shakur Brown. Coach Bobby Rush making an impact early here for Miami, trying to put them on the map. You know, they got the Gators. Might have to have us a little Florida fest here soon. See who's the best team in town. But for right now, Coach is on a mission to get season 2 going with his own guys. You know, season 1, he's going to inherit the roster that he's given. But this is his opportunity to start to build his own roster, bring in his own guys. And he's bringing in Shakur Brown, 4-star power forward, and also 4-star small forward Tom Wayne. Tom Wayne can win ball games. He's played some high-level competition playing at Texas Prep, and he knows what it's like to be under pressure. Moving on to Stephen Rose, big Stephen Rose, power forward out of Glory Day Prep. big time North Carolina guy, #1 North Carolina senior this season. So #1 player in the state of North Carolina when it comes to senior class. And this kid's gonna be headed to Ohio State. So #20 player overall in the nation, #1 in the state of Carolina, #4 power forward in the nation. 4-star Stephen Rose from Glory Day Prep. Shout out to Coach Steve Johnson, getting this guy right, putting him in the right position to do well off that bench. Came in the game, hit some big time threes, man. I remember that one game he took over in the national playoffs, and well, not the national conference, it was the conference game. And he got off the bench and got busy. So Stephen Rose, a bucket getter, man, headed to Ohio State to play for the Buckeyes. He said Florida's not worried about Miami. They better be. He said, you better be. Who's coaching at Ohio State? Let's see. Generic coaches here. We got Scotty Brooks over at Ohio State. And Coach Mike Wilkes, our generic assistant. Tried to keep the assistants generic and the coaches, some NBA legends or some coaching legends. Scott Brooks is going to be in his first season at Ohio State coaching the Buckeyes. He has landed top #1 North Carolina recruit in the nation, Stephen Rose. Next up, we got Ethan Taylor from Pico School. Big time point guard, can score the ball, set up the offense, had an amazing senior season at Pico School. Played his summer ball over with, I believe it was Team CP3 as well. So he's a Cali boy, stayed in Cali at Pico School. And this kid's ready to commit. And he is officially leaving the West Coast. And he's going to also go play at Michigan State as well with the Spartans. So Coach Jerry Stackhouse hooking something up. 4-star recruit, #2 point guard in the nation. Only second to, of course, Leandro Hart. #7 in the state of Cali and #19 overall player in the nation, Ethan Taylor, ET, headed to MSU. He's going to be joining Nelson Gribbs. So that's 2 4-stars coming in for the Spartans and Coach Jerry Stackhouse in his first season in the PBA College Series. So Ethan Taylor headed to MSU. Next up, we got Russell Ferguson. He's rocking a new hairstyle too, y'all. Russell Ferguson got the blonde hair top now. From Cal Springs, the sniper. Cal Springs, shooting guard, big boy. In that backcourt, doing damage with boy Darren Cole last season. He was younger, but he did damage then, and then he came back out this season and did some more damage with Jaden Carter in that backcourt. But just an ultimate sniper, can shoot the ball with the best of them, can get a bucket. Russell Ferguson gonna be staying out west, headed to Oregon, playing for the Ducks. Rocking 3-3, so #18 overall in the country, #6 player in the state of Cali, and #5 in his position, shooting guard position. The #5 shooting guard in the nation, headed to play for the Oregon Ducks, 4-star Russell Ferguson. So I cannot wait to see him on the Ducks, getting busy, man, catching those. He was coming off that screen heavy, coming off that screen like Rip Hamilton, knocking down threes, knocking down middies. Russell Ferguson was tough for Cal Springs, helped Noah Meyer and those guys a lot last season. So yeah, he gets to play on that court. Yeah, he's tough. Like I said, he got the new blonde top. He is officially in college, ready to go. Speaking of Oregon, I'm gonna just go ahead and throw it out there. Leandro Hart, #1 point guard in the class, also headed to Oregon. 4-star Leandro Hart, little CP3, just flashy, floaty gang. This kid is tough, flashy. I've seen him drop people. #17 overall in the country, #6 in the state of Texas, #1 point guard in the nation in the senior class, headed to Oregon. So they are looking to form that new Oregon backcourt, as you see. Russell Ferguson and Leandro Hart. That could be the future backcourt for the Ducks if it pans out. They're bringing in the freshmen right now in the backcourt. That's going to be pretty tough. And who do we say Oregon's coach was? That's going to be Coach Mo Cheeks and Jacob Dawson. So Coach Maurice Cheeks coming in, first season at Oregon, Philly legend, has some coaching stints in the NBA as well. He's going to be in his first season at Oregon in the PBA, and he's bringing in 2 4-stars in his backcourt that he feels is the future here. Russell Ferguson at the shooting guard, Cal Springs, and Leandro Hart, #1 point guard in the class. Leandro coming in for the Ducks. Big time grab for Oregon and Coach Mo Cheeks. Next up, we got Abel Bradford back to Cal Springs. So Russell Ferguson headed to Oregon. Abel Bradford played his summer ball and team final. Again, one of those guys coming over from the summer games. And we'll have more of those guys as well. Guys that are competing for spots in the summer games that show up in the AAU and UIBL. And we're like, oh, they're tough. They go on to rosters. They make rosters. That's like their tryouts to make high school season 3 rosters, right? So look out for those summer dogs. They turn into guys like Hart, Bradford, who else? Lloyd Carson, Kyrie Green, those guys. Next up is Abel Bradford, one of the best power forwards we've seen this season. Very athletic, putback king. He can even shoot it a little bit as well. Has some touch. This kid is going to be taking his talents to Florida. Florida boy. He was born and raised in Florida, but he chose to come play for Cali for his senior season. But he is a Florida boy, number 16 overall in the country, 5-star power forward, number 3 in the power forward position, number 5 in the state of Cali. Abel Bradford from Cal Springs Prep played on that amazing Cal Springs team this season. The Road Runners had quite the run this season, and it was probably due to Abel Bradford's great play in that front court alongside Champ Landry. And then you had Jaden Carter in the backcourt with Russell Ferguson, and of course, number 1 small forward in the country, Noah Meyer. So Abel Bradford, Coach Teddy Johnson, going to land his first recruit of this signing day. He had an amazing class last season with Cole and number 1 Florida player. I don't even know how I'm drawing a blank. Charlie Gray, and then he even had a big too. He just really went crazy. What was it, Adrian Jefferson? So this time around, you see he's landed his first 5-star hometown boy, Abel Bradford, coming off a fresh Cali run, played some top tier basketball all season long. He's ready to join Gators and see what Coach Ted has in store for him and how he gets acclimated into the system. Now let's move on to speaking of bigs. We had a lot of bigs last season. Jonathan Weaver from Pico School out in Cali. This kid's tough. He's a glass cleaner and a putback guy. Just an energy guy, but he's really great at what he does. Soft touch around the basket, great defender. He's gonna get it done. Jonathan Weaver from Pico School is gonna stay home in Cali though. And this kid's headed to UCLA to play for the Bruins. Oh, I love it. But number 15 player in the nation. Now we talking top 15, fellas. We getting into deep waters. Number 4 in the state of Cali. Number 7 in the center position. Tough centers this season. But he's headed to UCLA. 5-star recruit Jonathan Weaver from Pico School, staying in Cali. And he's going to be headed to UCLA to play for Coach Larry Drew. Coach Larry Drew and Randy Davis at the helm of things over there for the Bruins, and bring in 5-star and 15 recruit Jonathan Weaver from the backyard, from the home state, headed to UCLA. Moving on now to Trey Isley. Now we're talking all 5-stars. When we started, Abel Bradford started the 5-star train. DeAndre Hart was the last 4-star we're going to see. Now we got straight 5-stars, so straight game changers, people that are going to programs that look to make noise. So Trey Isley, you already know what it is. I don't got to do too much talking for these guys, because y'all should know these 5-star guys like the back of your hand. 5-star bucket getter from Dream Academy, Trey Isley, going to UConn to play for, I gave up Jelani. No, well, then y'all see already, Jelani's going to Virginia. I gave up Jelani, so I'll give you 2 shooting guards. There you go. You get a 2-for-1 deal. So the number 3 shooting guard in the nation, and the number 2. That should say number 2. But yeah, so we got Jelani going to Virginia and Trey going to UConn. So big time news for both of these shooting guards. You got the number 14 player in the nation and the number 13 player in the nation. 2 shooting guards back to back. Number 3 in the state of Florida. Number 3 in the position, headed to Virginia to play for Coach Dale Brown. 5-star
Jelani Evans. We already know this kid is a bucket. This kid got swag. He plays with a tremendous pace. One of a kind players. And then of course, Trey is just straight to bucket, straight to work, dream. So UConn bringing in 2 dogs. Or actually not. I thought did they bring in somebody earlier? No, they didn't. I'm thinking of last year. But they did bring in some dogs. And I think they got the #1 player from New York last year, and Sean Nelson. That's definitely ringing bells. Bringing in the #1 shooting guard in New Jersey, so they bring in top players from the state of from the up top. You know, they keep them home. You know, they got the #1 small power forward in the nation last year in Sean Nelson in New York, #1 center in New York, and now they are #1 power forward in New York. Now they got the #1 shooting guard in New Jersey coming to UConn. These guys are locking in those guys. They're locking in 5-star Trey Isley. Shout out to Coach Devontae Rockefeller, my boy in the building, getting it done here. That's a big time grab. And of course, shout out to Daryl Brown. Oh my goodness. Landing Jelani Evans is crazy work, my boy. That is a bucket right there, boy. That boy is going to be headed to play for the Cavaliers. And shout out to Virginia because Coach Brown's getting busy. He's got a backcourt, right? Lloyd Carson and a Jelani Evans backcourt. That could be tough. And then you mix that. If Marcel Kennedy can develop, he takes that small forward spot. You got you a trio right there, possibly. And then remember he got Patrick Woods last year from St. Fabian Prep, the big fella. So I don't know. And then he got a couple of other guys too, Lorenzo Bender. He Daryl Brown is sneaky, man. He's sneakily building a little squad here in Virginia. He's sneakily building a squad. Moving on to sneaky Lonnie Hawkins, man, what a guy. He upped his rank all the way up to number 12 in the nation. He upped his thing from 3-star to 5-star. This kid just started to ball out. Middies on deck, hitting people with straight cash, blocking shots, roughing up the big time big men. Like, really getting it done on both ends of the floor. And he has really upped his rank. And Lonnie Hawkins is going to be headed to Miami to play for the Hurricanes, the number 12 player in the nation, number 3 in the state of Cali, and number 6 center in the nation from Pico School in that amazing Lions run this past season. 5-star Lonnie Hawkins headed to Miami. So Coach Bobby Rush again getting 2 4-stars and a 5-star in his first recruiting class. It's crazy work. He is doing damage right now, bringing in Tom Wayne, 4-star small forward. And then, of course, he also has Shakur Brown, hometown bred guy here. So 2 4-stars and a 5, a power forward, a small forward, and a center. Headed to the Hurricanes, trying to make some noise. Again, Coach Bobby Rush bringing in his guys. These are his guys for next season that he's going to be implementing into the system, seeing what he has this year and where he can put these guys next season. So big ups to Lonnie Hawkins. Next up, staying big, staying centers for the next few. We got Champ Landry, big Champ Landry from Cal Springs Prep. You already know what it is. One of the best centers in the nation. I would say top 4 at least, top 5. Let me see. Champ Landry is the number 11 player in the nation. He's the number 5 center in the nation. So, yeah, he's tough. And the number 2 player in the state of California. You don't get no better than that. So this kid here is headed. He's gonna stay out west though. Big Champ, staying out west. He's headed to Arizona State to play for the Sun Devils, and he got Coach Brian Yale and Coach Kai Burke. They're gonna land Cali's finest, the number 2 player in California, the number 5 center in the nation, and number 11 overall player in the country. Champ Landry is going to be headed to Arizona State to play for the Sun Devils. Of course, last season, remember, they reeled in the center from Empire State Academy. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. Let me see. ASU, Arizona State, Adam Blaylock. He was a 4-star from Empire State, number 1 center in the nation. Remember, he and Sean Nelson, they was the best front court in New York. So Adam Blaylock came over with Billy Hunt, right? That was the Empire State story from they was best friends. So now you bring in Champ Landry, who's a 5-star. He's an even bigger prospect than Adam Blaylock was, but you got both of them now. So now you have two young prospects. He can see which one fits better over the next few seasons. But bringing in big 5-star Champ, that's crazy cold work right there. So shout out to Arizona State for getting that done. Moving on, staying with the centers, we got big Marcus Langston from Lakeville Prep, Florida's finest, coming in to see what he's gonna do here. Has some offers sticking out on the table. This is a big time player right here, lefty assassin. We know what he can do. He can bring the ball up the floor. He can dictate traffic. He can get the ball in whoever's hands they need it to be. He can pull up midi. He can dunk on you. He can lay you up. A little bit of an injury bug, but that could be debatable. We don't know what that was all about. Had some problems with his shoulders a little bit in this past season, but he's a 5-star, big time recruit, number 10 in the nation. He's number 3, actually number 4 center in the nation, and he's the number 2 player in the state of Florida. And of course, you already know, man, this dude is a Florida boy, and he's headed to the Gators to play for Coach Teddy Johnson. Coach Ted with 2 5-stars. Man, bolstering that front court, I see. Big time front court actions. Got Abel Bradford and Marcus Langston now. Marcus, number 10 overall in the nation, number 2 in his state, and number 2 in his position. Marcus Langston and Abel Bradford, both 5-stars, going to be featured front court coming in the new class. So Coach getting those bigs he want. Right now, you got some veteran bigs, right, holding it down. He's not too fond of, I know it, we've talked about it, but Raheem Okafor and, who else you got down there? You got Tariq Valentine, now the newly added Micah Swift, and those guys, Ali Ramsey, and then maybe Adrian Jefferson. Remember last year he got the 4-star from Texas, Northlake, Adrian Jefferson at the center position. So, of course, these guys are much bigger players than Adrian Jefferson was. So with Abel and Champ coming in, or not Champ, Marcus Langston, Adrian Jefferson gonna have to figure some things out. But that's a tough trio to have now. He's gonna be replacing eventually the older squad, right? Tariq Valentine Sr. on his way out, Ali Ramsey Sr. on his way out, and then he also has Okafor, who's a junior. So you get those 3 out, and now you bring in 3: Adrian Jefferson, Langston, along with Bradford. So Coach Teddy is building. But yes, I see you, Coach Bryant. Yale, I see you, Coach Yale. Sneaky pick that we've been targeting for a while. Yeah, he's headed there. He's definitely headed there. But shout out to Florida getting Marcus Langston. You see, we got the New Jerseys on deck. We got a few more Florida ones too. But shout out to the boys. Number 10 in the nation. Let's move on down to Damari Lawson from Central Tech Academy, one of the best in the business. Big man, power forward. He's the number 2 power forward in the nation. He's the number 4 player in Texas. Number 5 player in Texas. I'm sorry, Texas is getting busy. Damari Lawson, just a big boy. Remind me of Zion Williamson, just dunking everything. A lefty, strong, bumping people out the way, putbacks. Even has a little soft touch on his jumper. He's pretty tough. Yeah, just an athletic freak. And he's going to be headed to LSU. Number 9 overall, like I stated. Number 5 in the state of Texas. Number 2 in his position. He's going to be going to play for Coach Reggie McCall. So, big ups to Damari Lawson. That's a big grab, bro. That's a big grab. That's a big grab for LSU. Damari Lawson coming in. That's a big time baller. Coach Reggie trying to put together his squad now. Remember, he inherited some people. He inherited his squad that he has now. Now he gets a chance to bring in his own guys. So Damari Lawson coming into LSU big time. Number 9 overall in the country. We stepping in the top 10 territory with Marcus Langston. So now we in the bottom 9 here. We in the top 9. We're going to move on to number 8. Big Jason Ewing, Rover Academy. This kid is big time. Been ranked in the top 10 since high school season 1. He is a big time two-way big man. He's gonna block shots, grab boards. Officially a 7-footer now, and he has that amazing fadeaway. He has that fader jader, boy. That turnaround is on automatic. But just a baller, man. And this kid is definitely highly ranked. He's a guy that people have been waiting, highly anticipating where he's gonna go play college ball at. And tonight we are gonna find it out. And big Jason Ewing is going to be taking his talents from Texas, playing for, or I'm sorry, from Florida, playing for Rover Academy. And you're going to see Jason Ewing now, from now on, in a Duke Blue Devil uniform. Jason Ewing, 5-star center, is going to be headed to Duke University, number 8 player in the nation, number 1 player in the state of Florida, and the number 3 center in the nation, headed to the Blue Devils. Now, remember the Blue Devils, they reeling them in, man. They brought in a stacked class last season, a stacked class. And it started with Ben Lowry at the point guard, 5-star. They had Tyree Cambridge, shooting guard, 5-star. And then, of course, don't forget, they brought in Ellis Wagner, 5-star big man from Dream. Now, that's going to be interesting to see the dynamic with Jason Ewing and Ellis Wagner. They both was ranked about the same in high school, both around the same. So, and they actually played against each other last season. So, it's going to be interesting to see how he implements either Ellis or Jason with Major leaving. He might even play, I don't know, it might be a Twin Tower thing going on. But he got options, and it's going to get spooky for sure. But big ups to Duke, landing number 3 center in the nation, number 1 player in the state of Florida, number 8 overall. It's going to be Jason Ewing, headed to Duke. No, he cannot wear number 4, by the way. That's JJ Redick. Just throwing that out there. It's the Duke in me. Sorry. All right, fellas. Moving along, we got Isaac Ship, number 7 player in the nation, out of Texas. See what he's looking like. He is the number 2 small forward in the nation. Isaac Ship, number 2 small forward in the nation, 5-star recruit. Up his rankings, of course, too. Always been around a 4-star, though. Number 4 player in the state of Texas. Just a bucket, man. He can shoot it with the best of them. He can get his own bucket off the midi. Got great size, about 6'7", 6'8". Just a dog out there. But Isaac Ship is going to be headed to play for the Tar Heels. The North Carolina Tar Heels has landed 5-star Isaac Ship, somebody we've been watching since high school season 1. Going to play ball for Coach Darren Santana, number 7 overall player in the nation, number 3 player in the state of Texas, and the number 2 small forward in the nation from Central Tech Academy, headed to North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. They also had a big time year last year as well in the signing. They brought in big time Charlie Rivers at the power forward position, the number 1 player in Texas. Now they bring in the number 3 player in Texas at the small forward. So now they're loading up on the forward position, right? They also had Raheel Reeves come in as well, shooting guard position. And they brought in, that was it. I think Charlie was the big splash. Charlie was the big splash. And Reeves came in. But now they bring in small forward Isaac Ship to go along with Charlie Rivers. Now he's bringing in some guys to round out that younger class, bringing in those Texas boys. Let's move on to Joe Bates from Stonecrest. Got him a title last season. The number 2 shooting guard in the nation, only second to Jesse Morrison. He's a Georgia boy. Joe Bates, bucket getter. He'll dunk on you, windmill, hit you with a 3. Oh my gosh, in the Nationals, he went crazy. Knocking down 3s after 3. He hit like 5 in one game. Dude is just a monster. 3-level scorer, get to the basket, floaty game, midi game, 3-pointers, dunk. And then he'll definitely let you know he got the S on his chest in the celebration. Mini Wade. Just a bucket, just tough. Joe Bates, 5-star shooting guard. Officially going to be headed to the West Coast to play for the USC Trojans. 5-star Joe Bates going to be going to play for Coach David Williamson, father of Davion Williamson, who plays at Stonecrest. You see the historian? Oh boy. And it's natural. By the way, these signings, I had a system for them, and it happened organically. I just put that together now on the fly. I just freestyled that low key because I just looked at it. I was like, wait, the coach is David Wilson. So it just hit me like, dang, how that really just scripted itself. That's fire. I love it here. I love it here. Joe Bates headed to SC to play for Coach David Williamson. That's tough. That's tough. Who did they get last year? I think he came in like Santana did a little later, a little after. Yeah, they inherited. So this is his first guys. These are his first guys. He inherited a team as well for this season. But they did get Derek Osby, I see. Yeah, he was a generic player. They got Derek Osby. They got Tyson Ford. He played in the summer for Team CP3. He played a little bit for West Carolina. So yeah, they got a couple generics over here. DeAndre Taylor from Dream. So these are gonna be his first guys he's bringing in. He's been recruiting heavy. He's been going hard. And big time grab here for this kid, Joe Bates, headed to USC. The new USC jerseys. It just looks good. I got the Trojans in the background. Like, this is hard. It's hard. It is fire. It's fire. Joe Bates. Yeah. All right, now we're going to move on to Jaden Perkins from Central Tech Academy, a big fella, the center. Jaden Perkins, the number 5 player in the nation, number 2 center in the nation, and guess what? The number 3 player in Texas. Jaden Perkins is going to be headed to LSU to play with his buddy, his best friend and partner in front court, Damari Lawson. Both Central Academy Tech front court members are headed to LSU together in a package deal. Number 5 overall in the nation, number 3 in the state of Texas, number 2 center, headed to play with the homie Damari Lawson at LSU with Coach Reggie McCall, and his first season getting his first guys. So Damari Lawson, 5-star Central Tech Academy, and Jaden Perkins linking back up. From high school to college they go. We're going to continue to see this duo in college next season. So if you like what you're seeing from them at Central and high school, dominating that paint how they were, they are going to be doing the same thing at LSU, hopefully for Coach Reggie McCall. So we are in the top 5, fellas. We are officially just put this in the top 5. Jaden Perkins has officially put us in the top 5. We got top 5 alert, y'all. Top 5 alert. Ace Howard in the building. Shout out to Prof. Let's get it. Joe Bates, Stonecrest representative. True Gladiator, strength and honor. Yeah, you know he in here. Prophet here, signing day, repping his people. He's seen some guys go off the board. Shout out to Stonecrest. He's seen Joe Bates go off the board. He's seen Micah Jones go off the board. Stonecrest getting some guys off to college. I love it. Shout out to Prof. He'll be next one day in the future, Prof. We'll be seeing you on signing day in a couple years, man. A few years. You got some time over there. Hold it down. But for right now, Jaden Perkins headed to LSU to join his buddy Damari Lawson from Central Tech Academy in that front court. They're going to keep that tradition going. Shout out to Coach Reggie McCall bringing them in. KJ Anderson in the building. What's going on, Cuzzo? But that was a big grab for the Tigers. Now, again, we in the top 5. Let's move on to 4. Big fellow, staying big, Jackson Randolph. The number 1 center in the nation. The number 4 player in the nation. Number 2 player in the state of Texas. Only second to Jesse Morrison, his teammate. This is a dual. This is a double whammy. This is 2 North Lake Academy guys. Jesse Morrison is ranked 3rd in the nation, and he's the number 1 shooting guard in the nation. Number 1 player in Texas. Jackson Randolph, his center on his team, is the number 1 center in the nation. Number 2 player in Texas, number 4 in the state. So I'm in the nation. So these two dudes is like Dwight Howard and who was the white point guard? I don't know why I'm drawing it. I can't even think right now. He had a star point guard in his squad. I remember him telling the story like, yo, he always thinks the white behind. Was it Crittenton? Is it Javaris Crittenton in high school? Yeah, they got two top dogs here. One of them is the best center in the nation. One of them is the best shooting guard in the nation. So that's tough. Just alone, like having the number 3 player and the number 4 player in the nation on the same team, and I'm the best shooting guard in the nation. You the best center. Like we lit. They didn't win it all, however. They didn't, but they did win 10 plus games, and compared to the one game Northlake won last season or the year before. So just a huge turnaround. So that's why I'm just bigging up this signing, and Jackson Randolph, a big part of the whole run this season, number 1 center in the nation, going to be headed to UConn to play for the Huskies and Coach Devontae Rockefeller. Oh boy! Number 4 in the nation, number 2 in the state of Texas, number 1 center, Northlake Academy, headed to play for Connecticut. UConn stand up. Huskies stand up. Another grab for Coach Devontae Rockefeller. He's now grabbed 5-star shooting guard Trey Isley, number 14 overall in the nation. He's the number 1, 2, 3, 4. He should be the number 4. I'm sorry, I should say number 4 shooting guard in the nation. So Trey Isley, the number 4 shooting guard in the nation. And then you pair that with, what did they grab last season? Remember Sean Nelson, the number 1 power forward in the state of New York. He keep him up top now. Remember, Trey is from New Jersey. Keep him up top. So they bought in Isaiah Langford. They also bought in John Nelson and Ishmael Epps. Now you bring in a 2 guard in the mix and Trey Isley, your own guy. And then you also bring in a big fella, Jackson Randolph. So now he has his own center that he can claim as his, that he brought in and recruited for this UConn team once Christian McCoys and Stephen Thornwells and all those big fellas decide to tip off. Bradley. Shout out to UConn, number 4 overall player in the nation. We diving in the top 3 territories, fellas. Top 3. Yeah, UConn, man, they tough. That's 2 5-stars off the board right there. 2 5-stars. They got 1 5-star last year. They got I think Isaiah was a 3 or a 4. I think he was a 4. And Ish was a 3. Shout out to Coach Devontae Rockefeller, man. Big grabs this evening in Trey Isley and Jackson Randolph. 2 5-stars. Now we headed in the top 3 territories. We got Jesse Morrison, the number 3 player in the nation, teammate to Jackson Randolph, number 1 shooting guard in the nation. He is just a bucket getter. This is Ace Howard's nemesis. This is Ace Howard's nemesis. Like, he can't stand this dude. This is his senior rival, Jesse Morrison, the number 1 shooting guard in the nation. Came from team final, did his thing in the summer league, got him a spot, went crazy at Northlake, got him 10 plus wins, dude went, got into takeover mode. In the 4th quarter, he does what he does. You hear me? When they need a bucket, he gets one. When they need a 3, he gets one. I seen a game not too long ago where he just, was that against, I don't know who that was against, but he just went insane. It's like they were losing the game and then he just went bananas. Monk, like he, I don't know if y'all remember this game, but it was a game, man. He went for like 10 straight. It was bananas. But he was the #1 player. He's the #1 shooting guard in the nation, #3 player in the nation, #1 player in the state of Texas. This kid's gonna be, they love them Texas boys. North Carolina has landed the #1 shooting guard in the nation. They taking it back to MJ days out here, huh? Ho, ho, ho. The Tar Heels. Coach Darren Santana. Jesse Morrison. Oh my goodness, coach has turned it up another level. See, he was getting them bigs. He was getting them bigs and them forwards. But now he has gotten his guard. He has claimed his guard of the future. He has landed Jesse Morrison, #1 shooting guard in the nation, the #1 player in the state of Texas, the #3 player in the whole entire country, is headed to Carolina. He is going to be joined by Isaac Ship. So you got 2 dogs, a shooting guard and a small forward. 2 top 10 players. You got to talk about Coach Santana. He's making noise in this class. Last class, he was okay. Charlie Rivers was a crazy grab. Other than that, it was okay. This year, he come back strong. 2 5-stars. 2 of them. 2 in the top 10. Tar Heels are smoking right now. Jesse Morrison. Wow. The signature headband is in place. Got a new number we looking at too. 2-5. Went from 7 to 2-5. We spicing it up. I get this last guy on my head. All right, next up, the #2 player in the nation, none other than Noah Meyer from Cal Springs Prep. We haven't heard from Cal Springs since up there with Champ Landry back at the 11th spot. It's time to put the #2 player to where he belongs. Just a dog. I don't need to say much. We've seen him dunk on people. We've seen him go take over them for 30, 40 points. With the afro and the 2, he rocked the chains with the earrings. He got the earrings on. He got the earrings on with the chains. You know who Noah Meyer is. He only one of his kind. He different. And he's staying home. I'm sorry, fellas. He's going to the Trojans to play for USC. He's a Cali boy. #1 in the state of Cali. #1 small forward. #2 overall. Headed to play with Coach David Williamson at USC. Bagow. Noah Meyer to USC. He'll be joining Joe Bates. You have a shooting guard and a small forward now to work with at USC to build on that future. USC stepping it up, stepping up to the plate. Noah Meyer's that guy. Yeah, he was. He very well could have been #1. He was fighting against Lemmy for that #1 spot, but Lemmy just too tough, man. But shout out to USC. You're getting the #2 shooting guard in the nation and the #1 small forward in the nation. So just big time grabs here for USC. And none other than, this is last but not least, of course, Lemmy Brackens from Stonecrest Charter School. Lemmy Hemi, the #1 player in the nation all year, #1 power forward, #1 player, #1 in the state of Georgia, national champion, Georgia State champion, fell short of the conference championship, but it's okay because he did well. He did a lot of things this season. All-American, state, first team state. He's just the guy. Lemmy Brackens, Georgia Stars legend. And he's ready to commit. And that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Lemmy will be committing tomorrow morning. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, let me stop. Yo, I cracked myself up. I ain't gonna lie. Imagine though. Yo, that's how they come back with more episodes. They leave you on that cliffhanger. New season. Hold on, how they gonna end it like that? Now I gotta wait. But nah, number one player of the nation. And I'm gonna leave y'all here with this. I'm signing off right here. So I'm just gonna say this. I appreciate y'all for coming through because I'm signing off with this. I'm gonna leave this graphic up on the screen and I'm walking away with it. And y'all gonna have to live with it because Lemmy Brackens, the number one player in the nation, the number one power forward in the nation, the number one player in the state of Georgia, the number one of all. I think he might have even been better than Jeff Harrison. So he just the best number one player in the nation that we've seen in these past 2 years. It's Lemmy Brackens. He's found a home. And he's headed to Coach Devontae Rockefeller has landed the number one player in the nation. He's headed to play for the UConn Huskies. Lemmy Brackens taking his talent to UConn. The number one all player. You see it across the board. Stonecrest headed to play for UConn. He loves the culture there. He feels like he belongs there. It's time. Coach Devontae Rockefeller has landed the number one player in the nation. Marcus Granger landed the number one player in the nation last year. So we'll see who lands the next one. See who lands the next number one. I believe that's going to be either DJ Campbell or Dylan Francis. Might be one of those two guys. I don't know. We might have a dark horse. We might have somebody come sneak and take that spot. Who knows? But for now, we know it's going to be either Dylan or DJ. So we'll see who grabs the number one player next year. This year, Lemmy Brackens going to be headed to UConn to play for Devontae Rockefeller. And that's going to round out our National Signing Day 1. Fellas, come back, join us again for another day of this. I believe I want to do Sunday for day 2. We got a lot more seniors that need to be signed, so coaches, you got to get out there and do your work. I'm going to be updating the spreadsheet so you know who not to touch. There's still a lot of talent left on this board for guys who still have scholarships remaining, who their scholarships were taken off the board by a player signed to another school. So coaches need to get back into the lab. There's still more talent on the board. If you have scholarships left, go ahead and use them. If you don't, then please just sit tight. Make your graphics, put them out. But everybody that's got signees, go ahead and hit your graphics up. Let's get some stuff out there, man. Let's see some dope stuff. I'll be getting a couple pictures here to y'all if y'all need those. But, you know, for now, y'all can take y'all high school pictures for the guys and get some dope stuff cooked up. But other than that, that's all I got for tonight, fellas. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Y'all hit that hashtag PBA on the way out the door. We got the official signings for all of our high school commits. But like I said, we have a day 2 for our 3 stars and 2 stars and our sleeper 4 stars and some other players. Or our sleeper 3 stars, I should say, and some other players. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. Coaches, get on your grind. Go scrape up those diamonds in the rough. Fill out your rosters, fill out your draft, or fill out your recruiting class. Congrats to all the coaches. Congrats to all the schools that landed the players they wanted to land. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.